Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mars 300 Pro. Now this is the little brother or sister to the 400S, 400S Pro. This is an amazing little video transmitter, and there's so many uses for it. We have multiple different versions. We have the 400S, we have the 400S Pro, we now have the 300 Pro, and we absolutely love all of our little transmitters, and we're going to talk a lot about what this little guy can do and what we use it for. So let's get started. We're not going to dive too deep into all the functions and settings, which there really isn't a lot, so we'll touch base on them. If you guys want something more in-depth, more technical, there's a lot of other videos out there. As always, guys, there will be a link down below or to my right, to my left, your guys' right, if you guys want to go check it out. It does help keep Media Unlocked going day in and day out so we can keep making these videos for you. So what all does it come with? Well, you get both the units, and then you get little tiny pieces to connect it to whatever kind of device you need to connect it to, and then you get a USB-C. These can be powered by battery banks or Sony MPF970 or 770 batteries like this one right here. So as you can see, just a basic battery, and it just clicks right into the unit like that, and that will power it for quite a while. But you do also have the USB-C option, which if you notice it has USB-C right here. We also have HDMI out and HDMI out, so we can actually loop the signal. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a second. The piece here can go, there are anchor port here, so you'll just put that right there and just put it right on the top of your DSLR or whatever you're using. These will do 300 feet line of sight as well. They will transmit audio. So if you, let's say, have a wireless or some kind of audio device connected to your DSLR, then this will transmit that audio out of your DSLR through the HDMI, through the air, wireless signals to whatever your capture device is or monitor. As you guys notice, we have just a basic Fill World monitor that we use sometimes, which is really nice to have this for a client so that they can sit there and hold the monitor. And we have like a little rig for this, and they hold the monitor and they can watch everything that's happening, but they're not necessarily right there attached to the videographer doing all the video. So it's very nice. It also does, if you use the HollyView app, you can connect up to 3 different devices with the HollyView app, which is awesome. That's an iPad, Android, like a Samsung, tablet, iPhone. So anything that can have that app, you can log into that app and voila, you'll have wireless signal, which actually is pretty good. Now the latency is 0.08 seconds, so it is barely any latency whatsoever, which is fantastic. Some of the stuff that we really use these devices for is video streaming. So think about being at a wedding as a videographer and being like, man, I would love to be able to walk around the ceremony. Let's say it's a Catholic wedding, it's about an hour long. I love to walk around the ceremony and actually send signal back to something so that I could stream live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, any handful of different streaming options, and send that live so that they're actually getting, instead of being a stationary stuck on a tripod shot, they can actually get a mobile shot where I'm walking around. Now think about having multiple devices and streaming 2 or 3 cameras. So not only are you capturing your video for your client via your DSLR or camera, but you're also streaming live video for them at the same time, which is fantastic. And we absolutely love that about these. The battery will power it for a while, but I highly suggest getting a battery bank if you're gonna be needing it for more than, let's say 45 minutes to an hour. Go on and connect it into a battery bank. It's gonna last a little bit longer with a battery bank. They're very easy to set up and use. They automatically sync with each other, which is fantastic. So when you turn them on, it will see that there's signal. So this is the transmitter, right? So if we turn the transmitter on right here, and it's plugged into the DSLR right here, it will take a second. The load time is about 15 to 30 seconds, but again, that shouldn't be an issue for you guys. It will send signal here, then the transmitter will send signal to the receiver here, and you'll see like a little battery signal. So if you notice, there is a little OLED screen right here. So when we turn these on, we'll put a battery on it so I can show you, because there isn't a lot of settings or anything to go through. But if you notice, right there, and so if it was connected to a camera, it would say video right down here. And then once it said video, you do have some settings where you can hold this little dial down here. What you do is you push it in and hold. And then it will give you the Wi-Fi password. So if you need the Wi-Fi password to connect to the HollyView, it will have that. Go back out, and you just push down. You can pair. If you're having pairing issues, you can go on and make them pair manually. And then fan control. Again, this is super quiet, so I haven't had any issues with the fan. And then version info, so you can go check to see what the version info is. And again, you can use the USB-C right here to do the update, which is really, really nice. Then you can just hit exit, and it will exit you back out to that. Now, if you need to change your channel, all you're doing is just flipping and then just hit one tap. So tap like this, and then you can pick the signal. So if they're both on 4, boom, boom, they're both on 4, and they'll talk to each other and send that signal. These are really, really simple to use. They couldn't be any more simplistic. I think these vary around $450, so they're fairly inexpensive compared to its bigger brother, like the Mars 400S Pro, which I think is $650 or $750, a lot more expensive. But being able to be mobile, both for your client, so they can be mobile while you're shooting, and both for like if you're doing streaming. These things are going to work fantastically. We did make a streaming video, so if you want to see, we used the Mars 400S Pro. There's kind of the setup and everything and how we did that. Same kind of setup, same kind of walkthrough that we would do with that. Same thing with this system, so right here. And if you guys don't know how to use the HollyView app or want to learn a little bit more about that, we'll add some videos over here, how to download it, make sure that it's updated and all that, so you can actually get that wireless signal into your iPad, your iPhone, your Samsung tablet, whatever tablet you're using. So, but these guys work great. The other thing I really love is that they can loop signal. The Mars 400S Pro, I don't believe it has the loop signal option, which I don't know why. It has 2 HDMI outs, and so does this one. So you have the loop right here. So I can physically loop signal right out of this. This is the transmitter, so I can loop signal right out of that, which is fantastic. And then the receiver, when it gets signal right here, when this receiver gets signal, you can also have a second monitor or whatever plugged into that as well, which is really nice. So these are super simple to use. The one thing I do like is that they're literally plug and play. I mean, literally you plug it in and you go and they work, and it's fantastic. As always, guys, if you've got comments, questions, anything like that, leave them down below. There's always a link in the description for you guys if you want to go check it out. Again, if you do purchase it, it does help Media Unlocked keep making these videos. But as always, guys, we'll catch you next time.
Let's go!